Welcome guys to another F1 Manager video. Today we'll be doing the Miami Grand Prix and we'll see how we go in this Miami Grand Prix. We currently sit at the bottom in the drivers and constructors at the moment. In the drivers, our driver only beats one driver of Zhou Guan Yu, as we sit in 11th in the constructors, so the bottom of the pack. We're going on to the Miami Grand Prix this weekend. We do have 4 affiliates at the moment of Lawrence Van Hopen, Charlie Wirtz, and Paul Aaron, and Abby Pulling. Paul Aaron's a good shot at being one of our drivers next season, as neither of our 2 drivers that we have currently are currently doing well. So we're going to need probably a new driver lineup, which will be one experienced driver, hopefully Carlos Sainz, and the other driver will be Paul Aaron if things go to plan. See how that contract goes. He says no to our offer, so we'll open a counter offer. Set it for 7 days.
Once again, we touch down in Miami as F1 returns.
Hopefully we can do something decent this weekend, as we currently haven't been recently. As we got some damaged parts on his Stoffel Van Dorn's car, so I'll have to get those fixed. As they've been caused by crashes that he's had, so that's why we're going to replace him mid-season with either a rookie or hopefully, what I'm hoping for, an experienced driver.
We should have the green light now.
Warm up the tires.
Push.
Load push. Stop. Very important. 1 second more lift off. Yeah, copy.
We're on to our main lap of qualifying, as we hope our drivers can perform somewhat decently. Hopefully getting themselves to around 18th or 19th. As we'll see how things go, everyone else is going to be packed up against each other, so people could get blocked here, as Van Dorn goes faster than Fittipaldi. And Van Dorn's gone faster in the second sector as well as the first. Van Dorn and Fittipaldi do around the same time on track.
Pace ourselves. Okay. Richard, John, please. Yeah.
We'll see in a second if that's comparable to the other times, as it seems to be. And we seem to be through into the next session, as it's going to rain out the rest of the session. So we're up into P11 and 13. So for the first time we're going to be through to Q2, and it's with both cars. So Magnussen, Hulkenberg, Bottas, Hamilton and Gasly and Zhou are all out the session, as both Williams, both Renaults, one Alpine make it through.
Green light. Warm tires and brakes. We can put a bit of energy on tires.
Start to push more.
Put them on full push, ready for this lap. As we hope we can do something decent in this lap. See how we go. See who's the faster one in these conditions. Van Dorn's fastest in this first sector. He goes faster than Fittipaldi. In purple goes Van Dorn as we go on to finish our lap. Van Dorn goes with a 146, 147. And Fittipaldi goes not too far off it.
Recharge on.
Overtake available.
Copy. Okay.
We should be able to push.
Get ready to go into our next lap, our second lap of this qualifying session. As Ocon goes 142.9. We'll see how that compares to our two times.
Overtake is available.
As we go across the line to start our next lap. Enzo, well, already went green on his in-out lap, so he's clearly gone faster and should go faster in this sector. As Sonoda goes even faster than Ocon with a 141.6, as they both improve in their first sector, showing us the track is well and truly on the up. As they go through this windy section, and Fittipaldi goes green in the second sector, as Alonso goes even faster and gets a 144, as Enzo getting close to the end of the sector and at the end of the lap. They'll improve, by how much is a question, and they go fast enough to go past Ocon, as both of them go past Ocon in times. And we've got both through to the next qualifying session into the last qualifying, as for some reason both McLarens and both Ferraris and Logan Sargent didn't go on a lap. So we've gone through pretty easily. All we had to do was beat Ocon and we got through. So we're through to the next session. So we used inters for the first lap, as it should get better throughout the session, as it looks to be somewhat similar all the way through.
Okay, so the green light is now.
Can push one step more. Overtake is available.
Okay.
as we go on to our main lap of the qualifying session. See how they go, as they're both going green. Enzo faster, as Enzo's gone purple in the middle sector, but won't have the purple for long, as other drivers are improving. Track doesn't seem to be like it's going to improve over the time, so these laps will actually be our actual laps, as we will do 2 laps, one on the old inters, the other on the new inters.
Okay, we cool
Enzo goes faster than Van Dorn by a second.
recharge on. Copy.
We can push a bit more.
We can push one step more.
Unfortunately, we didn't get the last lap in time, so we're stuck on 9th and 10th, which is still really good for our team.
Well, the excitement levels. And here in Miami, it's time for the sprint. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Around the outside, Leclerc goes as he makes the position. He's on fresh softs, so he'll be much faster than we are, as we are still a backmarker car, even though we got through to this part of the session. We only got through on luck, not how the car is.
No DRS available, no DRS available.
Don't worry. Car behind you, Magnussen.
Our suggestion is to cool the rear.
Yeah, copy.
Keep going. Magnussen behind.
Fortunately, Van Dorn's locked up and he's lost 2 positions in 1 corner. Not good, as will make him let past his teammate.
And the sprint goes to the Red Bull.
We may run out of fuel here,
Lift off for the fuel.
so we've got to be wary of that as we do run out of fuel. Kind of forgot about that, so unfortunately we've DNF'd both of our cars. Well, it wasn't a good race anyway, and we're in P21 and 20 anyway.
We're moving on now.
And that should be the green light now.
Warm up the tyres.
Warm tires and brake.
Overtake available.
Onto our first laps of qualifying, as we hope to do something like we did in the sprint race, except hopefully we can actually have better race performance, as we're clearly not there with the car in the race. And on does a 132
We need to manage front left.
as Fittipaldi would post a time of
Save
a 131.3, which is not good at all.
We need to get these
But
tyres
this
to
car
last.
does have problems at the moment, so that does help out and explain why he's that far off.
We work on brakes when you can.
Try to work your brakes.
Overtake button.
Fittipaldi goes green in the first sector, as Van Dorn goes yellow. Another green for Fittipaldi, as Van Dorn seems to also be going yellow again. As he's currently just sitting out of the qualifying bracket, as currently both drivers would be eliminated if these were the times they posted, as it seems like Fittipaldi is going to post a 1:38, which doesn't improve him up any positions. And he's ended up getting last out of the running drivers, and Van Dorn gets 19th.
The anticipation is really building here. The fans in attendance are absolutely buzzing with excitement. Amidst the noise and fanfare of the occasion, a crucial moment now to concentrate.
There's no hiding from the fact that this is going to be a difficult one. P22 and a strong field that won't want to yield.
And it'll be exciting to see just what will happen here today. And this is it, the Miami Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Off they go for the race, as Van Dorn currently sits in 18th with Fittipaldi in 21st. I doubt these drivers will survive to the end of the season as our drivers, so expect changes. Especially Van Dorn. He's been pretty disappointing for an older driver. Currently we sit in 18th and 21st at the moment, doing decently in the race. As the Kicksauber seem to be doing pretty good in 13th and 16th. Hopefully they can drop down, because we don't want them to score or get a high position, because that'll make it hard for us to chase them down at the end of the season. At some point we're going to actually have to score points, because we are not doing anything good at the moment. Fittipaldi's made an overtake on Gasly now, so it's good to see.
Now we can see what happened. Now we're watching the action closely here. It's there for the taking.
Good overtake from Stoffel. So he goes up a position, but he also loses it literally right after. He's still battling Albon at the moment, as Hamilton's quite far down the grid in 19th.
Keep focus. Hamilton behind. Let's cool down the rears.
Yeah, copy.
And on the run wide onto that turn, not good for us.
We can push more on the tyres now.
Okay, copy.
We need more liftoff. Keep focus, we get him. We get him.
We're putting in Van Dorn for a pit stop. We're going to a fresh set of inters. See how that goes. We're splitting strategy. So we want to see how Kevin Magnussen, how Van Dorn can go on these fresh inters.
Have a good check of track conditions.
Magnussen's gone into a fresh set of inters, even though the rain's literally about to end.
I know it's difficult, but keep focus. Your feedback on tires.
Very poor grip with this tire.
Copy, copy. Brain is clear now.
Copy.
How was the track?
And there's been a slow pit stop.
Tried to build a gap ahead. We need to start to protect these rear tyres.
Copy.
Hulkenberg's now retired due to a mechanical failure. Bottas has had a mechanical failure, so that's another position for us. On track, as now we're 19th and 20th.
Virtual safety car. Virtual safety car. Stay positive.
Copy.
We need to get these tyres to last.
What time did we do?
We need more lift and coast.
Copy.
Retiree of Zhou Guanyu, as he's had a crash, meaning both kick Saubers are out the race again.
Virtual safety car ending.
Okay, copy.
DRS enabled.
No more overtake.
Copy.
No DRS available, no DRS available.
Okay, copy.
Mode push, mode push.
Copy.
Flat out.
Copy.
We come home for 18th and
Got the
19th
checkered flag.
in the Grand Prix. Not great, last of the running cars, but at least we didn't DNF.
Sometimes I think you just have to accept that it's not going to be your race.
You know, I don't think many would have expected to see them finishing outside the top 10. They'll be aiming much higher than that, I assure you.
A podium finish for the Red Bull driver, putting in a huge amount of effort to get the team up there.
Win number 5 is in the bag.
Max Verstappen wins the race again, as Charles Leclerc and Norris round off the podium. We finish in P18 and 19, with Fittipaldi going up 4 positions and Stoffel losing 1. We had some drivers of Pierre Gasly and Magnussen went up 4 positions, and so did Albon. Hamilton going up 9 positions after that poor qualifying session, which had him held at the bottom of the grid. And in the drivers, Max Verstappen leads the drivers over the Leclerc and Norris. We have our drivers in, I believe, 20th and 21st on the grid. As in the constructors, Red Bull lead over Ferrari and McLaren. We have Aston Martin in 4th and Mercedes in 5th. Then RB and then Williams with 1 point over Haas, Alpine, Sauber and Renault, all on 0 points. We got 4 points for the fastest pit stops, as Enzo Fittipaldi had a 2.5 second stop. That gets him 4 points. We stay in 9th in the pit stop competition, so that's good to see. We get our bonus money for finishing higher than a certain amount. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to stay tuned for the Imola Grand Prix, for the next one, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. We've got to confirm our race targets. We're going to go low here because the car isn't that good at all. So we're going to go 21st or higher.
Welcome along to Italy, and welcome along to Imola.
We'll simulate through practice.
Now it's time to see.
should have the green light now.
Radio check.
Loading clear.
And radio check on pit exit.
Radio check, okay.
Okay, that's loud and clear.
Prepare for the lap.
Copy.
Warm on the tires.
So we're getting them ready for their main push lap. What they're going to do on their next lap.
We can push flat out on tires.
We can push more.
Put them in the full push now for their main
Mode
lap.
push. Mode push.
They've only got one car who could possibly be in the way of Bottas. Bottas looks through both of our drivers nicely and easily. Enzo going faster in the first sector. It's good to see that the youngsters doing well. Van Dorn going faster in the second sector of the track. One 15.7 from Van Dorn and Fittipaldi
And try
goes
to cool
faster
the tires
with
when
a
you
1:15.5.
Copy.
can. Lift now.
Okay. Copy.
Mode charge.
Copy.
So our main push laps are done, the first one's done. Bottas goes quicker. Gasly goes worse than us, which is good to see.
Focus on brakes.
Okay.
Try to do your best with the brakes and tyres.
Copy.
Also getting them ready for their
Warm
main push lap
tires and brakes.
as they go around the track. Now
And
we have them
overtake
ready
available
for
when
their
you need.
push lap.
Yeah, copy.
For their last lap of the qualifying as they currently sit at the bottom of the table in 21st and 22nd. Going to need them both to improve here, otherwise we will be 20th, 21st and 22nd. Van Dorn goes quicker and so does Fittipaldi. A good start to the lap. As it doesn't look like we're going to have anyone in the way of our lap here. So they go through the second sector, Van Dorn goes quicker and so does Fittipaldi. Looking good so far. As Gasly's done with his lap, so we could improve at least over one driver. And it looks very, it's a bit better from Van Dorn. And Enzo Fittipaldi doesn't improve enough. So Van Dorn gets to 18th and Fittipaldi's out in 22nd. And I think Bottas is still in the lap. He's on the in lap, so that's where they're going to start. in 18th and 22nd. Verstappen topped the session in qualifying, so it's a good session from him. As we have Oscar Piastri in second and Sergio Perez in third. Two shock exits of the Mercedes boys, both going out in Q2, as both Williams made it through to Q3, to Q2. Seems to be a penalty for Zhou Guanyu, so yeah. We're probably going to go the one-stop strategy for Fittipaldi, and Van Dorn will take the two-stop strategy, as it seems like they're both around the same time, so we'll see if one of them comes off better and can get boosted from like a safety car or something. Now onto the race.
Final checks are being carried out by the teams, and it won't be long until we get this race underway. And with his helmet on, that trademark smile is gone. But now's the time to focus.
There's potential for them starting 10th. If luck goes...
The crowd are on their feet in anticipation of this, the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Off we go for the race, as we'll look to get rid of ARS Battle Assist straight away, as Enzo's going up the grid a little bit.
Protect the rear.
Okay, copy. No, he's super dangerous. I have to avoid him.
Yeah, copy, copy.
Enzo making good positions up after the start of the race, as Van Dorn and Fittipaldi are both there on two different strategies.
We need to slow down.
Copy.
race is not over.
Bottas has gone up the inside of Van Dorn and taken position. So they're
This
all
is long. Keep focus. DRS should be available. Bottas in front. Keep
We've
focus.
got Van
Everything
Dorn
can
and
happen. Keep
Enzo
focus.
Fittipaldi just making their way in the track as they look to get the position. Currently, they're assuming that there's a good chance one of the drivers could be taken out of the seat halfway through the season for some race, as long as the form keeps going this way.
Let's cool down the rears.
We need to start to protect these rear tyres.
Around the outside, Fittipaldi goes. So he looks to make position on Van Dorn. And into the turn they go, fighting each other for the position. As it looks like Van Dorn's going to be able to hold his own and keep his position. They continue to go and battle into the corner. And in the end, Van Dorn got the position. And he's looking up the inside of
Mate, I don't know
Bottas
what's up
there.
with you.
You'll have another chance to do something.
Just do your best. I know it's difficult.
No overtake.
Copy.
No DRS available. No DRS available.
Okay, copy.
the inside goes Van Dorn on Fittipaldi. There goes up a position. The person who's saving the tyres right now is they've got a long way to go on the medium. And Van Dorn doing their 2-stop. So he's still got to use those tyres to the best of his ability.
Our tire status, okay to run?
Frustrating.
Keep going.
Apparently he's sitting 19th and 20th on track. Not a good result, but we've had worse races.
Just forced me off the track.
And Joe's got in a position on Van Dorn.
Yeah, copy. Saw that
So
one.
he's gone back up to 19th.
We need more left and coast.
Yeah, copy.
We save fuel when you can.
Yeah, copy.
Van Dorn looking for a move on Enzo Fittipaldi, and he gets the move done. Upper position. As currently Enzo's saving his tyres nice and neatly. So he's doing well. And Van Dorn's not getting as far ahead as I would expect, considering he's on soft and he needs to get his way going up the grid.
But the car's definitely not happy. Surely some kind of fault.
Piastri has a mechanical fault with his car, so that's not going to be good. As it looks like Zhou's making a move on Enzo Fittipaldi, as Van Dorn's fallen to the back on his soft. Enzo making a move on Zhou, and he goes up a place into P19.
Box.
Gasly makes a move on Enzo Fittipaldi, going up
going.
a place.
The car behind you now is Zhou. Gap now 2.4 seconds.
Yeah, I'm trying, man.
Keep pushing, anything can still happen. Try your best to hang in there. Zhou behind. That's 2 seconds now.
In comes Van Dorn for a pit stop. Van Dorn gets a 2.4 second pit stop. It's a good pit stop from him.
And as far as we can tell, they've got a fault with the car.
And Van Dorn's come out the pits now with Norris on a mechanical fault.
Tyres.
We need to manage front left.
Yeah, copy.
Oh no, that's a slow pit stop there.
Sargent with a pit issue, causing him to be further back behind. As we got Van Dorn, who's very close to being in part of a battle.
Box.
Copy up in the box. Sydney.
Enzo Fittipaldi's going to come in for his pit stop, as it is time for him to pit. So I'll see how he goes and where he comes out and track. Gets a 2.6 second stop and gets held up by another car.
Okay, you should be clear on
Car that
protected.
seems to be a lap ahead of him.
is the car ahead of you. Still 36 laps to go, 36. You're good to push.
Engine problems.
So there's an issue with Albon's car now as well.
We no longer need any liftoff for fuel.
Copy. Okay, copy.
Box, box.
Box is now.
We'll let Fittipaldi through as he's on a different strategy to Van Dorn. So we may as well let him go. Van Dorn getting a 2.7 second stop.
Laps remaining.
We look to pass Joe here with Enzo Fittipaldi as he looks to go further up the grid. We're going to put Van Dorn's ERS on top of and put Enzo Fittipaldi's on neutral. As Bottas goes around the outside, looking to get a position as Zhou peels into the pits.
Oh dear, that's not a good stop. But this is what happened. Here we are down at turn 7. Oh, and the car with a nasty crash into the barrier. Now their confidence will have taken a hit with that.
Stoffel's had a little crash and he's caused his strategy not to work as he's gotten damage.
Stand by, I will tell you. We see some damage on the rear of the car.
We're going to retire Van Dorn as he's got nothing to race for, or actually he does have some money that we could get out of it, so we'll keep him on track.
Box.
Actually no, we are going to retire Van Dorn. He'll go out the race.
Box. Therefore we need to stop. Sorry.
Try your best to hang in there. Watch Joe behind.
Norris has retired to an issue with his car.
How are you finding his tyres? Question.
They're lasting.
Ricciardo had a spin. This is our chance to close. Mode push. Okay,
Come
let's
home with
check the back
P18
mode.
for Enzo Fittipaldi, as Haas will get their first point of the season.
And when you come to a stop, we need just ignition off. You can leave the high voltage on.
The Ferrari get a 1-2 over Perez and Verstappen, who get 3 and 4.
Sometimes I think you just have to accept that it's not going to be your race.
They'll be very disappointed to have had their race end early. No driver wants that to happen, but now they just have to look forward.
The Ferrari of Leclerc comes first over Sainz and Perez. We end up getting 18th in the DNF, which wasn't the greatest day, but we got what we got. Haas get their first point of the season as well, with Nico Hulkenberg scoring a point. Haas go above Williams in the constructors, with Red Bull leading over Ferrari and McLaren, who are behind. McLaren only getting 2 points this race, not a good race for them. We get the best pit stop, the fastest pit stop, with a 2.420 seconds, getting us 25 points to that. And now we sit in 8th in the pit stop challenge.
Welcome along to one of the biggest weekends. There's tension in the air today, so it must be time for qualifying.
Into qualifying we go.
The green lights now.
Looks to be wet for the majority of this session.
Radio check.
Loud and clear.
Radio check.
Yeah, all is clear.
Okay, that's loud and clear.
Let's do a good outlap. Good outlap.
Yeah, copy.
Tires and brakes.
We need to start to protect these rear tyres.
Copy.
No saving.
Copy.
We get ready for their main lap of qualifying, as we hope to get ourselves as high as we possibly can in this session.
We can push one more step on tires.
We no longer need any liftoff for fuel.
Copy.
Use overtake now.
Copy.
Van Dorn going quicker than Fittipaldi in the first sector, as Van Dorn isn't going to be the quickest, as the Mercedes has taken that off. Norris currently the fastest in the first sector, as Van Dorn's gone quicker than Fittipaldi in the second sector. As Van Dorn goes with a 1:16.8 and Fittipaldi goes with a 1:17.3.
Try to work your brakes.
Okay.
Warm up the tires.
Overtake available.
Copy.
We're about to go for the second lap of qualifying. This one will need to be quick, as this will be our main lap that will set on the time, as the rain has cooled down a little bit over the last lap,
Copy.
so I'll hope to see where we can go. As Van Dorn goes green, Fittipaldi doesn't improve on his first sector, so it's not a good start. Van Dorn goes yellow in the second sector, and so does Fittipaldi, so it's not looking good for either of them, as Van Dorn's run wide a little bit. And he moves up above Bottas, and Fittipaldi doesn't move up on his position. He stays in 21st. Leclerc goes the fastest in his home race, over Verstappen and Norris. Oscar Piastri in P4 with Perez in 5th. The two RBs in 9th and 10th on the grid, as Alonso and Russell both missed out on Q3, as both Williams and Hasses got through to Q2, so they've gone well, as we've beaten out on Kick Sauber, as Kick Sauber in the positions below us.
Well then, it's not long until we get started here, and we should be in for a tightly contested race. Yuki Tsunoda will be hoping things go his way today.
They start this race in P9, eager to fight for a place in the point.
It's time for one of the most exciting races in the world. This is the Monaco Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Van Dorn fighting Bottas and Gasly fighting Enzo Fittipaldi. As Fittipaldi gets position on Gasly at the moment, as Gasly hangs it around the inside, turning into the outside, as Enzo keeps holding his position and could go up the inside of Van Dorn, but isn't, as there's a yellow flag as the cars have come to a complete stop. And Magnussen's out.
It's been quite a crash.
Magnussen went off. There is a debris, so
Northwest.
Come in the wall, man.
Box, box.
Box this up.
Unfortunately, there's been a crash between Magnussen and Enzo Fittipaldi there, as Fittipaldi's lost his wing. Don't know how he crashed when it was Magnussen was already completely stopped. Must have drove into him. So it's not good, as that's going to ruin Enzo's race. As Van Dorn should be able to go up the grid further.
Okay, you are clear on this exit.
we need to start protecting the rear.
Okay, copy.
Lift off to avoid instability.
Yeah, copy.
Here's the car ahead of you.
No DRS available, no DRS available.
Copy.
We need to get these tyres to last.
Copy.
Are you okay?
Mode safety car. Mode charge. Still follow your delta.
Yeah, copy.
Recommend some high steering inputs to warm the front.
And box, box. We need to slow down.
Copy.
Safety car will be in this lap. For the restart, we will need mode race.
Copy.
Safety car is pulling away now.
And so this race is pretty much a write-off. I don't expect to be getting anywhere unless we have a red flag that'll help us out. So yeah, there's not going to be much to watch in this race.
Copy.
Now he's got a mechanical fault as well to go with it. So yeah, there's a good shot that Van Dorn will be raced for the next race, as I think I'm done with him and crashing. So we'll chuck maybe Paul Aaron into the car and see how he goes, or we might put someone else in the car.
How are my tires, Tim?
The tyres are on the cold side. Let's get him. Confirm we need some lift off.
Box, box. And try to keep the temperatures up on these tyres.
And who's that having an issue in the pits?
safety car. Mode charge. Follow your delta.
Copy.
And if you can, we suggest to build a bit more surface temperature.
Copy.
Mode charge.
We could get a chance here at getting some overtakes on cars, as long as I let the lap cars through.
Copy.
Oh dear, a crash! There's been a crash!
Safety car will be in this lap.
At the restart, it will be mode race.
Copy.
The safety car is in the pits now.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
That's it.
Sometimes I think you just have to accept that it's not going to be your race.
Pretty bad race for us today, as we had a DNF of a crash and last on the grid as well.
And no doubt Verstappen fans will be celebrating.
Last of the running cars.
6 wins now in this season, they're not flagging. A mighty impressive victory.
Always a special occasion here in the incomparable Monte Carlo. They'll be pushing the boat out here tonight, no doubt.
Max Verstappen wins the race over Carlos Sainz on Leclerc. We came in 19th with our race. Max Verstappen leading the drivers over Leclerc and Sainz. Red Bull on top over Ferrari and McLaren. As Aston Martin get 10 points and go up a position this race. Oh, actually they didn't. They already had the gap. We currently sit at the bottom. We don't get any pit stop points for this weekend's pits, as we had one car out of the Grand Prix, so it was hard to get pit stops going. We got Andrea Kimi Antonelli as one of our drivers now, as he's accepted our academy swap, so he's going to be joining us. And he's actually, if he was able to go into F1, I would put him in straight away, except he's not, so we can't put him in the car. But anyways guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to like if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe for more content as well. See ya and goodbye.